Okay, so Acts chapter 7, verse 5. And he gave him none inheritance in it, no, not so much as to set his foot on. Yet he promised that he would give it to him for a possession, and to his seed after him, when as yet he had no child. So he's explaining the promise given to Abraham, right? He's talking about the land that they're on right now, that Stephen's explaining to him. Right? He said he didn't get the inheritance, not even to put his foot on for possession. But he said, but he promised that he would give it to him for a possession, and to his seed after him. When as yet he had no child, he didn't have a child yet. So he's explaining the promise given to Abraham, right? Because the Lord, Jesus himself, was face to face with Abraham, and he gave him the promise that his seed, right, he's going to be the father of many nations, right? And the seed that he's talking about is Jesus Christ himself, when he's going to be manifest in the flesh. So isn't that how interesting that is, that Jesus himself, when he's speaking to Abraham, is actually talking about himself being the seed to come, the inheritance, right? because the genealogy, the flesh, the genealogy of Jesus goes all the way back to Abraham. So Abraham's his great grandfather. So that's why he's talking about his seed. And when we talked about this so many times, we look in the book of Galatians. Because Abraham, when he was given the promise to Abraham, he's talking about his seed. He said, "Thy seed, which is Christ," and that's the seed he's explaining to them in verse 5. And to his seed after him, which he's talking about Christ himself. Now, verse 6. And God spake on this wise, that his seed should sojourn in a strange land, and that they should bring them into bondage, and entreat them evil 400 years. Right? Okay, so to follow the genealogy, right? You have a son, and then your son has a son, and then he has a son, right? So all these generations. So the seed of Christ is with those generations. So wherever the people go in that line of genealogy, so goes the seed of Christ with them. You understand? So because it says that his seed should sojourn in a strange land, right? Talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? So Abraham's seed all went into bondage into Egypt. Okay. Right, and because he's saying in verse 6, and treat them evil 400 years, right? So, right, Abraham's seed, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the tribes of Israel were in bondage in Egypt. That's what he explained in there.